Ta-da.
So I posted a quote this morning about belonging, and I think that it is coming to mind and something that I'm looking at from different angles, because as we are separated from our communities, and you can think of each of the steps in your day as a community, as though the place where you go for coffee on your break is a community, right? And they know you, and they meet you there, and they exchange something with you, and it reminds us of who we are, and we belong in that space for a moment. And then we show up at work and we belong in our workplace, and the work that we do there helps us remember what our greater purpose is. And sometimes, being housebound as we are for this long, we can lose a sense of, where do I belong? Where are my skills useful? How am I participating in today? And really taking the time to be in your own company, and taking the time to enliven your own company, to make it better, to make it brighter, to make it more familiar, to make it more accessible. All of these things are making belonging more accessible, because you're belonging to you. The more that you do this practice, the more you belong to you. And all of these are pieces of the victory that we're seeking when we show up. It's such a great word for this sequence. This kriya for victory doesn't mean that we'll be able to do 65 push-ups, although you can't rule it out. But it really is something that starts to change what we understand to be possible, and who we are, what we are capable of, what is possible for us. And that's true even for me. So getting a blanket is a great thing to have, for something to sit on, unless you're going to work on a chair or on a couch, a mat and a strap, or a scarf, or even a tea towel, just something that's about 3 feet, a meter long. I can forget, and I can say, why am I showing up? How do I belong in this strange sort of, the online space is swollen with offerings right now. And my daughter is on watching somebody with 700,000 people watching him at the same time. They're all watching him play a game. So I said, what if we made this into a game and people could watch? Would that change anything? Doesn't matter. But you are welcome here. More than anything, you belong here, just as I belong here. And the more we belong, and the more we show up, the more familiar that becomes, and the more deeply rooted that experience is. I belong here. I belong right here, irregardless of my work, or my family, or my home, or my income. I belong here, and I'm connected to it. That's our work today. So build your cross-legged seat, whatever form that takes, shaking it out, rubbing your palms, tuning in, and cluing into all the guidance that's possible. I belong to that guidance. And the more I belong to it, the more easily it moves through me, the more easily it guides me, and the more clearly I participate with everything else. That's what we're saying 3 times. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Roll your shoulders, roll your wrists, shake it out. Start your playlist at East London. East London Street. And we start standing. So just setting your things aside for a moment. As you stand, hands on hips, shake it out. And begin to swing your leg across the center line. And let yourself widen your stance a little bit. Let yourself rock from the ball of your foot to your heel. Let yourself be a little bit off balance. And then set your gaze on one point and feel how your gaze sets up the center line. And as you're breathing, exhale each time your heel rises. To exhale. 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 And you're opening the outer hip. You're bringing your attention to your balance. Good, good. Just 3. Flex your foot, draw your toes back, keep your knee as straight as you can. And then feet go wide and hands go high. Soften your knees, take your right hand to your left foot. Inhale up. Left hand, right foot. If that fold is too big, or if you're seated on a chair, bring yourself to your knee. If it's too much, take yourself to your hip or your thigh. Inhale up and up. Exhale down. So that these movements can be available to us. And using the body, we're beginning to wring the breath out a little more fully. And you start to unfold internally. Start to reach into the fingertips and the feet a little more fully, just for 3. And for 2. And for 1. Right elbow to the left knee and repeat. Exhale. 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 7, 8, 9, to change. Left elbow, right knee. Hands stay high. So you're elevating your heart rate. You're using more oxygen, which is deepening your breathing. Three, 2, 1, and then you shake it down. We just start to feel that a little bit more of who we are starting to participate. Right heel to the floor. Bring your right knee up, out to the side, and then the tip of your toe out and back behind you. Keep your hips square, bring it up, and the tip of your heel. So see if you can inhale as you go back, heart comes up, and then exhale, heel to the floor. Bring your heel as close to your hip as you can, your knee high and around. Go one more time. Bring your heel to the floor. And just remembering for a moment, changing sides, left knee up, out to the side, tip of the toe, that our hip is designed to make circles. Even though most of the time we are forward and back, up and around and back down. One more time. Stand. And add your strap behind you. And the strap is just about hip distance. Hands are hip distance. So that when you have your feet the width of your hips are a little further, bending the knees, the tail goes back, and just folding forward the hips up and over the hands, up and over the chest, wrap your head. And the hands come down, and the seat comes down, and the heart comes up, inhaling. And exhale, we sit down. And inhale, we fold over. Start to find that simple rhythm. And sit it down. Fold it over. And sit it down. And rise up tall. Go one more time. Sitting down deeper and deeper into the hips. Hips up high, hands overhead, and going a little bit side to side. A little bit side to side. And then you come into the middle. And you let your spine lengthen down the middle of your back. Get long from the heels to your toes. And hands down. Sit down. And stand tall. Good. Unfolding. As you sit down, if you like, add your blanket or just lying back. Right knee stays bent, hands wide, right leg straight down, and then a step to the right. So you're towards the right front corner of the mat. And on your inhale, you come up, and on your exhale, you go down. Keeping your right foot flexed, draw your toes back, reach into your right heel, and the right leg becomes very strong. And as you can, the right leg becomes quite swift. Going 3, and 2, and 1, and pause tall. Bend your right knee, hold your shin, bring it close. Left leg goes long. Right knee is coming back, and the left hip open. Little shimmy, little shake, press the left heel. And the left foot bends, left foot down. And your right heel floats over your right knee as you can. You're holding your shin or your ankle or your outer foot, and you bring your right knee down toward the floor. If you need to, if none of that is possible, hold the back of your right thigh. And then your left hand goes on your left thigh and you press it away. You get a rinse down through the pelvis and low back, so draw your breath down into your belly. Cross your collarbones into your feet. And soften your left hip, soften your left foot. And with that softening, make an opening space. Let it go. Right leg long, shake out your foot side to side, your knee up and down. And then change. Hands wide, left leg straight out and a step to the left. And on your exhale, inhale, it comes up, and exhale down. In, up, out, down. Starting out by finding the length through the back of your leg. Press into the center of your left heel. And as it gets steady, press your right foot really into the floor. And from the stability of your body, let your left heel rise and fall. Effortless. For 3. For 2. And for 1. Drawing your right knee in, interlace your fingers over your shin, keep it close. And the right leg walks out, opening the right thigh. Flex your right foot, flex your left foot, press into your right heel. And draw your breath down into your abdomen and start to feel your hips change, your collarbones broad, back of your head into the floor. Right knee bent, right foot flat, half happy baby. So your left heel is over your knee. You may hold behind the thigh, at the shin or at the ankle or at the outer foot. And draw your left knee down toward the floor. Your right hand on the right thigh, press it away. And be very heavy into the sole of your right foot. Find your right heel. And then your right toes. And feel that open the right side hip. Soften the left shoulder, left jaw, left arm. Let it change. Let it change. And then the left leg goes long. Shake out your foot, shake out your knee. Hands to your shins to bring it all the way up. And then building your seat. Sit your hips right in the middle. And your heels out to the sides. Shake out your feet side to side and your knees up and down. Good, good, good. If you need to, the knees are bent, the toes drawn up, and you just begin to move side to side. Whatever that looks like today. Oh, we open the sides, the windows, the lungs, the sides of the spine, up under the shoulders. So steady, out through the feet. Fingertips inside, heart forward, heels long. Heart forward, heels long. So you're not rounding, little side to side. Heart forward, legs long. Heart forward, legs long. Where can you go? 3, 2, and bringing it all the way up. Bring your legs into a cross leg. And sitting tall. Double check that you have your playlist going. We're at antidote. Okay? Antidote. Left hand goes behind your head. Right hand, thumb into the palm, fingers over the thumb. Little bend in the elbow and go reverse circle. Go reverse circle. Steady and smooth. Steady and smooth. As you can, you're beginning to straighten your right arm, you're closing your eyes, and your breathing is full and complete. Perfect. So as you work right there, the heart is up, the seat is sound, closing your eyes, deepen your breathing. Explore that circle, moving at the pace and at the size that makes perfect sense to you. You're not fighting, but that the challenge of it is reminding you of what's possible. Not gripping the shoulder. If you need to, you bend your elbow. And you stay. Three, 2, 1. Change. Right hand behind your head, left hand. Thumb into the palm, hold your fingers down, arm out. Soft elbow to start. Reverse. I just find a backward circle. As you can, you begin to extend in. And the left arm goes straight. The circle is not big. The victory is not in how many or how large that circle is. The victory is in finding exactly the right circle. Exactly the right level of challenge that it reminds you you can and you will. Right there. A little quicker. 3 and 2. Pausing. 2 hands up. 3 sips in. Shake it down. Loosen it. Out and out and out and out. And be still. And you stay. We belong right here. Legs out, shake it out. If you need to, rebuild it as you can. And then your palms face you, just in front of your body. And you sweep down. You're making this little circle, and your hands sort of scooping right in front of you as though you were brushing something off of you, but you don't connect with the body. Each of those is an exhale. You're loosening the shoulders, you're loosening the back. If that exhale, if that rhythm is too quick or too constraining, just long, smooth breathing. Because the energy center at the throat relates to the chest muscles, the upper back, the mid back, and the sides, lats, traps, rhomboids, the shoulders, the forearms, and the hands. It's very structural. And it's in this center of the throat that we have our perspective. It's the filter through which we receive the world, and it's the filter through which we express ourselves back out. And it's as though right now we were just cleaning off the dust. So that we can see again who we are. So that we can see again where we are. If we begin to change the way we describe what surrounds us, then we begin to change what we receive from what surrounds us. It's up to us. Change this energy, and you change all your energy. Right here. Loosen, loosen. Keep going. You got 10 seconds to go. Change your perception. Change the way you are describing this to yourself. I can, and I will, and I can, and I will. And the hint of a smile, that change, that shift in your mind and in your words, that's where your power lies. Go. 3, 2, 1. Hands up high. Inhale. Add 3 sips. Drop your chin, lengthen the back of your neck, lift the front of your chest. Shake it down. Feel a beat. Loosen it all. Hands are wide. Now, the only thing that changes here is the flex of your wrists. Exhale as you flex, inhale as you open. Exhale, 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 exhale. Heart up, chin in. The back of the neck is long. The base of the spine is deep into the ground. And then begin to lengthen your arms, opening and closing. Sitting very tall matters. You're opening that axis through the spine and out into the hands. Let it be equal, the front as equally open as the back. If it's too much, you get to your edge. Rather than stopping, bend your elbows. Bring it down a little bit. And then slowly make your way back up. And slowly make your way back in. So that instead of fighting it, it's opening you. That each extension of your fingertips is creating a clarification of the chest. A little more expanse through the ribs, the sternum, the upper back, the shoulders, the back of the neck, the base of the skull, all the way out through your fingers. We go, we go, we go. We change and we open this line. Your words become your actions. From your mind out to your hands, this is how we make our mark. 3, 2, 1. And set it down. Eyes closed, hands to thighs, sit tall, and belong. Belong in this energy. Belong in this clarity. And let it belong to you. This shift in perspective is absolutely yours. Always ready for you, always willing. Keep it with you. So we're going to up the intensity a little bit, but that's so that we are reminded we can do this. We are capable. Stand. Nothing about this sequence is a test. Nothing about this sequence is a punishment. Nothing about this sequence holds failure. Hands wide, if you like, start elbows bent. One hand and then the other. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Find the rhythm of your music and move swiftly and softly. And as you can, you begin to straighten the arms. And the movement is not large. We go bigger in the movement because we think that somehow it will earn us more. There's nothing to be earned. It's already yours. Inhale, exhale. You may soften your knees, land in your heels, belong through your toes. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Close your eyes, be light in your arms, be light in your breath. Soften the knees, soften the face, rise in the spine. Go. It's made to challenge you. It's made to provoke you. Because as it does, it provokes the nervous system. And we can decide, what do we do with this information? Do we run away from the challenge? How are we wired to respond to intensity? It's a choice. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Can you soften the skin around your eyes? Can you soften the skin around your shoulders?
How much can you let out? Can you release the intensity on the breath out? If you need to, you drop your hands and you shake it out and you shake it out of your feet and you come back in. Recalibrate what you're capable of. You rewire your response. How can you change your breath so that this just slides through you? I can tell you, being home with my son today feels like this most of the morning. And so if I can find this place on my own, be challenged on my own in his company, I am graceful, go 3, or maybe just a little more than before, go 2, and shake it down. Stand palms forward. And no matter your response, you belong. Hard or easy, you belong. I belong in this family, he belongs in this family. No one is wrong. How I describe it is what I experience. Can I bring us in? Start here. Down to sit. Down to sit. And in the height of your spine, your hands out wide. And you breathe. Heart up, chin lightly. To modify, you would bend your elbows. And if you modify, with your eyes closed and your breath smooth, supportive, then you would gently begin to reach further up, balancing the front and the back, opening through the midline of your wrist, the midline of your palm, the midline of your middle finger. The shoulders down the back, and the heart comes up, and the chin comes in. And I know I can. And I know I will. I will return tomorrow, and the day after that. And I will know this intensity is waiting for me here, and that is not the reason to stop coming. Day after day, I am reminded I belong. Elbows soften, hands descend, sitting tall. Be still. Let it through you. Don't hold on to the effort. Let it through you and sit tall with respect for your effort, with respect for what you made. Hands are loose, the shoulders open, hands up high. Make a fist and point the first finger up and then in, and the middle finger up and then in, and the ring finger and in, and the pinky finger and in, and point and down, middle and down, ring and down, pinky and down, and point and down, and middle and down, and ring and down, and pinky and down, one at a time. And each time you reach up into your fingertip, one at a time, straighter and stronger through the arms, through the seat, right down into the floor. 1, 2, and shake down all the way out through your fingers. Go. Down into your belly, down into your belly. It makes such a difference to clean your hands. It's like really getting into the details, the grouting of your bath piles. And then the blanket is a really great support for your chest and for your hips, just rolling belly down. And as you come onto your belly, you shake out your feet, legs a little bit longer, hands down beside your ribs, walk your thighs back, point your toes, float your feet open, and float your feet closed. Inhaling open, exhaling closed. Your gaze comes right down to the top edge of your mat, and the back of your neck is long. Each time your legs straighten, you straighten your legs more. Each time they open, you straighten your legs more. And as you bring them together, they stay straight. And you build from the back of your heart to the tips of your toes. Each time the feet come in, the elbows come in. 3 and 2. Good, good. And 1. Feet down and rise to a cobra. Whisper up high. Keep the breath out the nose, rolling down. Rolling up. Rolling down. Continue at your pace. Keep the breath, keep the movement, close your eyes. Your weight is heavy into the front of your hips, your legs are long and strong, and you're only rising up out of the belly. And you're not collapsing into the low back, you're rising up and out through the chest. Beautiful length, beautiful space across the collarbones. Equal into the base of your thumbs, into the base of your pinkies. Your fingers are long. And on the next time up, you will pause right there and stay. Legs long, heart forward, 3, 2, and roll down. Normal breathing, cross your forearms and put your forehead down. Leg it down. Bend your knees and wash your feet side to side. Good, good. And then feet go down and hands walk back and rise to hands and knees. Looking at your knees, bring your inner knees to touch, and then bring the inside edges of your feet together. And fold your seat back. And come onto your fingertips. And walk your fingertips forward as you fall. Dropping your head, open your elbows, open your armpits, lengthen up. Deep, smooth breathing right into the middle of your back. Fingertips press down and press away. One more. Walk yourself up. And fold your blanket in half, front to back, so that you build your seat. And imagine that all of that served to clear the way. The back body's stronger now, which means it's easier for the heart to rise high. Chest is broad, seat is steady. Collarbone, heart out, chin in. Hands on thighs. Let your breathing become steady. And Sitali breath. Put your tongue halfway out. Roll it to a tube. And then inhale through that tube and exhale through the nose.
If you can't roll your tongue, you put the tip of your tongue behind the front teeth, right where your teeth meet the palate of your mouth, the roof of your mouth. And you breathe through the sides of your cheeks. And wherever you go, you feel how it's becoming cooler. The mouth cools. As the moisture evaporates, feel that cool air drawn down into your lungs. Feel the cooling of your emotions. Feel the cooling of your expression. Feel the cooling of your interaction recently that may have been heated. Heart is up, chin lightly in, the spine so tall. Letting that cooling settle all through your body. Wherever there is inflammation, wherever there is agitation. This cooling breath, again, serving to change our perspective. Releasing the effort of the breath, the technique, normal breathing. Just feel the change, let it settle. And if this feels new to you, this quiet, this belongs to you as well. When we are out of alignment for a long time, sometimes we forget that we even possess calm. This is yours. Roll the shoulders. Set your heels under your knees as you cross your legs. Make a little space. Sit right in the middle of your bolster. Hands on thighs. Circle. Letting that quiet begin to have a movement. It always feels to me that these circles, when I've been seated quietly, start to feel quite luxurious. Again, you're fitting the circle to you, exactly what's needed. Rising from the seat to the top of your head, moving, softening the abdomen, shifting the inner organs, feeling the spine open, and reverse. And you may quicken. A little taller, a little taller. Pause tall. And then your hands like little hooks
right in front of you, forward circle. Each one's an exhale, 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 exhale. Great place to turn the music up just a little bit. And they're just little circles. They can be so, so small, right? If you've come through a great deal, you've got a lot going on in your cells, you're shifting a big story, then you keep it nice and small so it feels reasonable. You are in command of you. You don't need to suddenly tear yourself open. You feel what's appropriate. You got a lot of space, you got a lot of juice, get the circles going. But otherwise, make sure that this is paced and sized for today, for you. Otherwise, we're doing it somehow to be someone else or for someone else, and it doesn't feel like it's ours. I want you to close your eyes, find those little circles, and find exactly the circles that are yours. Begin to build an awareness. What belongs to me? You are the guru. Need to find an answer for yourself before you add on. Good, good. Reverse. Reverse. Feel along the sides of your upper back. Again, if it's too much, back it up. If it's not doing anything, it feels ho-hum, get bigger. There's so much opportunity here to attune to what's yours. Stay with it. You can and you will. You can and you will. That will carry us this week. Let's go. Nice and warm, nice and strong. 3, 2, 1. Shake it up. And shake it down. All right. 2 more places to go. So sitting in the middle of your bolster, walk your feet out and your hands back a little bit, and your elbows a little side to side. Broaden your collarbones, heart up, wag the tail. So finding neutral in your chest, you may need to bend your elbows more or less. Chest is broad. Draw one knee up and then the other. Each one is an exhale, 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 exhale. We go. Good. And maybe this is the perfect place for you to stay, or you begin to straighten your legs. And you lift one heel and then the other. Perfect. You close your eyes, and anytime you need to, you go back to bent knees. And just bring your knee to your chest. Or keep your legs long, lifting your heel. Push the heel that's already on the floor down, and that will help to raise the other. Any real distress, sudden pain through the hip or hip flexor, you're going to bend your knee, make it as small as you need to. It can also be very, very small. Finding yours. Because when we find ours, we have a sensation of really accomplishing what we asked of ourselves. And when we accomplish what we ask of ourselves, we believe that that's where we should be. When we set a mark that we can't accomplish, we feel we fell short, and then we don't belong. So our work here is really to land in the spot that we can sustain And hold that for ourselves. Every day is different. You're in charge. 3, 2, 1. Sit up tall. Take your strap. Legs crossed, heart high. So you're right on the edge of your bolster, your blanket, or even in your chair. Holding your strap, hip width distance, heart up. On your exhalation, you're going to fold forward. So try a few. Adjust your feet and your knees as you need to. If it's too much, heels out, fold down the middle. Just so, right? As you fold, we're going to add lifting the hands. The strap is to keep you from going any further than your hands right over your shoulders. They're not going any further than that. Right over the shoulders. There's your breath out. And then we settle in. We begin to feel all the length of the back body. Inhaling the heart up and open, and exhaling fold. Eyes closed, movement steady. As you make space, you may shorten your strap. As you have space, you may release the strap, interlacing your fingers. But please only move at the place that belongs to you. If you can't move your hands off your hips, widen your strap. Let it be as small and as kind as it needs to be. But settle. Stay in your breath. Stay in your movement. Three, two, last time. Take it down, sit it up. Release your strap in your hands and sit them on your thigh. Be tall. Eyes closed, just being still. This comes from your mid and upper back, across the chest, arms, hands. It builds our perspective, builds what we see and how we name it. It defines the space outside of us, and it defines the space inside of us. Vishuddha is to purify, to make clear, so we can see what's actually going on. Usually quite different from how we've described it. Hands and fists, thumbs up. Bring the heels of your hands to touch. Knuckles of your thumbs to touch. Hands are the height of your heart. Heart is high, the chin lightly in, seat deep into the floor. Eyes closed, but if your eyes were open, they would see directly to your thumb knuckles. Inhale through the nose. And out through the mouth, softly, slowly. In the mouth. Out the nose. In the nose. Out the mouth. In the mouth. Out the nose. In the nose. Out mouth. In mouth. Out nose. In nose, begin. Out the mouth, soften. In the mouth, nourish. Out the nose, release. In the nose, begin. Out the mouth, soften. In the mouth, rise. Out the nose, release. In the nose. Out the mouth. In the mouth. Out the nose. In the nose. Out the mouth. In the mouth. Out the nose. Continue your pace, your breath. This is the meditation to release self-animosity. To release the ways we do not belong to ourselves. Soften and find a point of entrance. Place that feels intimate. Familiar. Welcoming. Keep breathing out the separation from yourself. Keep breathing in your return. Out the nose. In the mouth. Out the mouth, soften. In the mouth. Out the nose. Focus. In the nose. Return. Out the mouth, soften. In the mouth. Out the nose. The hands come down. The eyes are closed. The body quiet. Stay as you choose or unfold softly, softly. Legs go long. Back to the floor. Hands loose, feet loose, breath loose at first. And breath into the belly. Each exhalation, soften the surface of your face, the skin around your eyes, any tension in your lips or your tongue. And feel without moving your face the sensation of a smile. Its buoyancy, its currency, its company. Deepening your breathing. Soft movements, returning. Hands overhead. Into a smile. You belong right here with yourself, as yourself. Can and do. Walk your feet in. Bring your palms together. You're rubbing your hands. Lift and rub the soles of your feet. And then hold your shins. Release. Finding a cross-legged position in your own pace. As you do, you sweep wide, you reach high. Palms together. And down the middle. Inhaling, you open. Exhaling, bring in. One more time this way. Bring your palms together, your thumbs to the center of your forehead. I am this. I am this. Sat Nam. 8 count Sat, 2 count Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam, I see myself. Namaste, I see you. Thank you for your practice, for your consistency, for your curiosity, and for your courage. May there be more. Tomorrow, same time, make it regular. Find the time. Serve yourself. See you soon. Monday through Friday at noon. Saturday 9:30 Vinyasa. Sunday morning 8 o'clock. Kundalini. Victory. Have your time.